Because turn times are just taking so long at this point in the series, I'll be taking a few turns off in between videos until we get to turn 500. So at this point, we are just beyond turn 300, and there are a couple things that have happened. And I do want to say, I think we have about 4 to 5 videos left in this series. What I'm going to be doing is skipping pretty much about around, 40 to 50 turns. So next video, it's turn 314 right now. Next video will be around just above 350, then 400 and 450, and then we will do the vote at 500. And we'll see what happens, because I think there's going to be a lot of interesting colonization that will still take place. I don't think we're going to see as many big conflicts, and this is something that, I think I made a mention of in one of the first few videos, because this is Prince difficulty. We weren't going to see super aggressive militaries here. Not super aggressive militaries, but I still think the colonization is interesting. There are still a lot of wars that are being declared, but not necessarily successful offensive wars. There's only been a handful of cities that have been sieged out so far, and I think there'll probably still be a handful left to exchange hands. But for the most part, that will be interesting still to see. So anyways, yeah, we have Japan kind of separating the Aztecs and Brazil, although we have this city that actually started losing a little bit of strength. Why was that? Occupied, no growth. Oh, okay, well, there you go. We missed this whole thing. The Aztecs took over this Brazilian city. That's actually really big, because this is the first time South America has been invaded in this sense, at least to my knowledge, out of all the Civilization series, out of all of Civilization 5 AI-only battles that I've done. Ooh, look at Spain going across the Atlantic. I haven't seen that before, so that will be interesting to take to kind of watch out for. Okay, so where did India settle? India just settled a new city, and I have no idea where it's at. No one here. I thought that was India. Maybe they settled someplace in the middle of Asia. It always takes me a little bit. You always got to give me some time. Look at Poland, though. I love what we see from Poland. Oh, so Poland is apparently in a war, because they have got the crap pillaged out of them by Scythia. She's doing really, really well. Obviously, she isn't taking shots at the city, but nonetheless, this really, really hurts Poland, which is unfortunate, because they were doing, they had a really great game for the most part. I mean, they didn't mind that St. Petersburg was right here off towards the east. And I should have considered them definitely to be kind of have a bigger role in this game, because I talked about Russia, Scythia, and Sumeria being the big three, but it looks like Poland ended up making a nice name for themselves. They're still colonizing way out here, which is really, really impressive. Now, I don't think they're going to lose these. I don't think they're going to lose these two cities. We've seen that it's still very, very unlikely, and until we do a deity game, which I will be doing, prepare yourselves, obviously, because I kind of have these AI-only battles down now. The future of AI-only battles on the channel is only going to get really, really amazing. I think really great. We're gonna make AI-only battles great again, I guess, on this channel. So we'll be doing a lot more with that. And I think on deity we should see some interesting, more drastic behaviors, I guess. But I don't think Poland's gonna lose this stuff for the most part. So Greece, well, I mean, Poland still has enough. Is Greece at war, or are they just chilling? I don't know, but Scythia definitely did a lot of damage, even though these are just horsemen. Look at them, though. Look at all these promotions that they have. Almost every single Scythian horseman is a core unit. That's pretty impressive. Obviously, she built a lot of horsemen, which that's what Tamiris tends to do, and she's got a lot more back here, too, which is terrifying. She really is going to be like the Mongolia, the Genghis Khan on higher difficulties, especially in this region of Europe and Asia. It's going to be pretty impressive. Anyways, I think, are we seeing the invasion of Korea as well? I think so. I think China's going after Korea. We'll see if they actually take them down. It's going to be tough without any sort of Chinese naval units here to attack off the Korean peninsula. That will not be easy. That will definitely not be. Oh my gosh, I totally missed this. China looks like they forward settled Japan on their mainland. I didn't even realize that these tiles were open. What just a douchebag move, China. That is totally not cool. Well, that's gonna obviously increase tensions between Japan and China. But keep in mind that Hojo already has his hands full because he's dealing with all of the Aztecs in America, kind of Brazil. Watch out for this American settler kind of moving on by. Oh, here we go. Here's a new Japanese city. So yeah, Japan really did colonize the Pacific coast of North America, which I thought was pretty cool. India founded a wonder, or finished a wonder. Sumeria has made peace with the Congo. Let's go and check on the Congo. There's probably a handful of things that I'm definitely going to miss over the course of... Oh my gosh, that's where they settled. Wow. That's impressive. Ahmadabad, something like that. Wow. So India founded inside of a city inside of modern-day Argentina. That's kind of cool. Or is this Chile? It's close. It's close to being either one, I think, because doesn't Chile's borders... Well, yeah. Anyways, so that's kind of cool. Spain shows interest, continues to express some interest going after sub-Saharan Africa, but I don't know if there's any other space left. It does seem like we saw... Now, is that an Egyptian name or is that a Congolese name? That looks like the Congo settled there, I think, for the most part. Not entirely sure. Aleppo, Egypt. What is Aleppo, though? So, yeah, so Arabia did end up... Did we notice? Yeah, I think they must have just settled that. I don't know if we saw that in the first video. Egypt has founded a new city. So Egypt is still doing their thing. Are you guys at war, or is there just an open borders agreement? Remember, I'm viewing as Brazil, so I'm not sure if these dashed lines are showing me what Brazil sees, if Brazil has open borders with them. Since there's one pillage tile, I don't really know, but that is off the coast of the Arabian border, so, you know, I don't know if that could have been a previous war with Arabia, why that Egyptian tile is pillaged. Who knows exactly? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Nothing really is broken out of Western Europe so far, so that's interesting. I mean, I guess we kind of predicted that because, you know, Catherine's not doing well at all in Western Europe. I mean, Catherine, technology-wise, she looks like she has a lot of units, but technically she doesn't. England has a way more powerful military, even though maybe number-wise they look about the same, just because these are actually, you know, they're keeping up in the technology game. What's interesting is Poland did the same thing as Norway. Both Poland and Norway ended up doing really well on the northern part of this map, which is kind of incredible. You know, Norway settling in Scotland was a big point. Then they settled in Greenland. Then they continued onward towards Canada, and bam! I mean, they even settled north of Japanese kind of Washington, basically, or what is over here, Vancouver. This is the city of Vancouver, right? Modern day, something like that. China continuing to settle all through Siberia, too. They did not stop. Someone will grab this island, I think, between China, Japan, or Norway. The colonization has been... Wait, what are you doing? Brazil. Oh, Brazil. Yeah. Are they still at war? Do we know? It looks like Brazil has the forces to maybe compete. Here's the thing. Brazil and the Aztecs are among the best civs in this game, so it's not kind of going to be one-sided at all. Speaking of one-sided, how is America still alive? That's what I want to know. How is it possible that America is still kicking? That's impressive. That is impressive. So I do like this format a lot more because obviously there wasn't really much for me to talk about in that last video. So now there's going to be plenty of things to discuss. I did not realize the Aztecs settled southern Madagascar. So wow, that is also very impressive. Remember the Congo being, a lot of people had the Congo at the top of their list when I asked you guys a few videos ago who were your top 5. Man, I don't know. It's tough. I feel like the Congo might be, honestly, it might be number 1. I know it's easy to get distracted by like how well the Aztecs are doing in the New Worlds, but man, the Congo are looking awesome. They're looking really good. So it's kind of tough to say. How is China doing? They kind of stopped their siege of Korea, and I'm assuming the same thing is going to be said for the Polish siege. Yeah, I mean these are both under siege, but they're not going to actually start taking any shots out on them. So it will be interesting to see what changes under higher difficulties in the next AI only battle, which I don't want to talk about just yet, but I do have a plan. So of course I've got plans for the future. So you just gotta wait. You just gotta see what happens. There is some. I mean, we still have this huge pilgrimage from China, and a lot of people have been telling me that is going to be a pretty common thing for China because of their position in the world. Because of that's a big part of it is just their position overall in the world, and they do tend to have a pretty good religious game in general. So. that is something that we'll probably have to look forward to into the future. No one wants to settle this desert, but hey, I would settle the desert. Look at all those mountain ranges, the river, extra housing. But maybe that's a nice buffer zone that Hojo's trying to keep up in between the Aztecs, because I don't know if Japan could maybe reinforce some of these settlements. I seriously doubt. Look at that, a 3-corps samurai. That's a samurai army right here. That is awesome. That's got to be a really, really powerful unit. Now, here's one thing that I've yet to even cross my mind. The AI is going to have a great time creating these core units, and now, because it's the late game, around turn 300, I'm starting to realize that, yeah, the AI is building a ton of these core units or armies because they spam the crap out of their unique unit, right? So, oh, the pilgrimage is now going to North America. That's interesting. So, they're going to have a good time doing that like Scythia is, because, yep, so they made peace with Poland, so Poland's not going to lose anything, but they've still been pretty damaged out there in Eastern Europe. So yeah, they're just going to be combining these units, making them stronger, and that's a good thing for the AI. That's a very, very smart move for the AI from Civ 6 to Civ 5 because of the way they spammed unique units. Now they can create core units and still stay relevant with those unique, you know, warriors or warrior replacement, melee replacement, I should say, range replacement, no matter what it is. That's something I never thought of. So that's awesome. That's really cool. I'm excited to see how they continue to do things like that. But yeah, there are, I mean, now that I'm looking around at it, there are tons of them. There are tons of them. So this is good for Gandhi because he is kind of, there's a buffer zone with Buenos Aires here, keeping him safe from Brazil. And I don't know if anyone's going to settle near Chile. This is a natural wonder, but, oh, this is the one that gives off the, yeah, doubles the terrain of adjacent tiles. This is an amazing natural wonder. So these are okay tiles. I don't think our yield icons don't work, right? Oh, they do. Wow, look at that. Look at that. What are we talking about? 5 hammers? 5 hammers, 2 food. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm surprised no one is doing that. Hold on. So were there changes? Looks like there were. No, this still doesn't work. Just wanted to see. I can confirm, though, that, you know, everything is, you know, this is Europe, this is Africa, this is Asia. That is all the same. Now, on like a European map, in this map pack, this mod, things will be kind of cut up into different subcontinents on a map like that. Like if you're watching my Norway campaign, my scenario campaign, that's cut up. This is the way it's supposed to be. Look at that, Gandhi's reinforcing the Horn of Africa. That's awesome. That's really cool. And he's still trying to go for more cities. He's still trying to settle more cities. Rome ended up doing a really good job in North Africa. And a pretty good job. I don't know about a really good job. Egypt's also going to maybe try to either close, kind of make a connection here between the two sides of their empire, all the way on the Western Sahara, as well as like around this region too. Unless Rome settles, then they'd be cutting off Thebes. Essentially, they'd be cutting off Thebes. So wait, are you guys at war? I still don't know. Are these... I still don't see them pillaging tiles. No, they would be under siege right now. I think Rome is just trying to maneuver. I think Rome might be just trying to maneuver at this point. That was such a weird war for Tamiris to declare when she totally could have just gone after... She could have just gone after Russia, probably with a lot more success. I mean, maybe not a ton more success. Scythia is holding on to these horsemen a lot longer than she should. But at least they're all core units, so that's kind of cool. I got to give her a little bit of credit there. No Scythian-Chinese war, not that I can remember, at least nothing super significant. Smart of Gandhi to put up an encampment right here, since this was a pretty big border for him. And is Afghanistan still doing incredible? Kind of. They're kind of doing incredible. Okay, where did the Congo settle? I'm guessing there it is right there. Boom. So the Congo have completely locked off South Africa, pretty much. Completely locked off from the rest of the world. See, that's why I think they've got to be... The Congo, Movember, I think, would be my #1 at this point, because the Aztecs are spread out. And the Aztecs also, they're spread out, and they've got a much, much bigger threat from all different sides, whether it's from Brazil, if America ever gets their stuff together, from Japan, and then, you know, they could always potentially lose these colonies out here. It's tough. That's a tough one to say, but I would say, ooh, America might be colonizing maybe, possibly Indonesia. That might be their next plan. I mean, China is not having a good time here Yeah, they're definitely not having the best time going after the Korean Peninsula, but they didn't have any sort of naval units. Do they have a harbor built? They do have at least one harbor built, but that is it. Maybe, oh, here we go, a second harbor and a third harbor. Okay, so that's enough cities. I mean, this city's only at 3 population, so it wouldn't be very easy to spam out those naval ships. Still kind of cool. I mean, they could probably do a little bit. They're not even using any ships though to go after that Korean city-state, but you know, it's fine, I guess. It's fine. There's probably a few things that I didn't get to cover. There's probably a handful of little details that maybe somebody has noticed, but just let me know in the comment section down below if I didn't pick something. I think this is pretty big. China, really successful, and I think I have not really been giving China enough credit. China's doing really well in this campaign. They're doing really, really well. I don't think I've always kind of maybe put them as like a wild card in my like 5th place spot, but they're starting to look good because it looks like India and Scythia will not be able to take them down. So anyways, I'm going to stop right there. We're going to go speed it up by a few more turns. This is interesting, whatever is happening here. And I'll come back in the next one, and we should see some more results. So for me, this is a lot easier to commentate because obviously there is a very grueling time period in between each turn where, you know, it's up to like about a minute or 2 minutes to get past each turn processing. So it kind of skipping a few turns gives me a lot of things to talk about and hopefully gives you guys a lot more things to look at. So I definitely like this format a little bit more, and we're going to be going a little bit further around turn 350 in the next one. So I'm sure there's going to be a ton more events that take place. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.